Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag Docker tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to configuration of the Patroni plus etcd plus PostgreSQL for the high availability in Docker. So we'll configure as the automatic failover will be done on this video. So what is the automatic failover? When the multiple PostgreSQL nodes are running, and if anyone is going to down and primary is going to down, then automatically it will switch to the replica or secondary. So here also we'll configure the streaming replication. So we'll go through the step-by-step process for the configuration of the Patroni and etcd and PostgreSQL in HA mode in Docker. So we'll do everything, and my server IP is 192.168.136.128 using the Docker and Docker Compose. So prerequisites are there. We need the Ubuntu server 24.0 for LTS. So first let me access my server. So before going to do, where is my server is running? So my server is running with the VMware workstation. There is a server 1, Ubuntu 24.0 for LTS, server 1 is there. So now I am going to access this server. So cmd SSH DPT and my IP address. So IP address, username, password, and server name we have given while installing the server. So installation in VMware is quite easy. So you can go through the installation process for the Ubuntu 24.0 for LTS, and we'll go further. So prerequisites are there. So there we'll just update and install the required package. So installation in progress. Next, we'll add the GPG key and Docker apt repository. So this is required for the getting the latest version of Docker. So we are calling this. So this is done. Now, finally, we are going to update and install the Docker C Community Edition. And here we are also installing the Docker Compose plugin. So all the things we are installing and all the commands I am running at once. All are the simple commands. So I'll go through that. So here we are installing the Docker Compose, and here we are enabling the Docker. Enabling Docker means whenever you are going to restart your server or your node, so automatically the service of the Docker will automatically start. For that we are enabling this and start the Docker. So we are starting the Docker service and checking the Docker service Docker version is which version is installing in our system. So this will be 29 point something will get, and we'll run this command for whenever you are going to run any command for the Docker. So for that user mode we are changing, so avoid the sudo every time. We can change this one. So here you can see has 29.1.1 build is this one where we have installed the Docker. So done. Now I am going to reboot my server. So my server is going to restart here. So you have to log out and log in again. You can do that process also, or reboot your server. Both the way you can do it. So now again I'm going to access my server. Automatic failover is very important part of the any database because your server, your application is not going to be down because of that. So next we are going to run the Docker hello world. We are checking the Docker is working properly or not. So hello world, the latest image is not in my system, or we have not used any any image here. So it will pulling from the library hello world, and it will go give you the hello from the Docker. So here, hello from Docker. So means that the message shows your installation appeared to be working correctly. So my Docker is working correctly. So we have completed up to the Docker. Now we are going to create the project structure. So create a working folder. So PG Patroni HA, we are going to create this folder. Done. LL, we don't have the subfolder. We are going to create the subfolder for the Patroni node 1 and etc data. So all are created. etc data, node 1 data will be there, and node 2 data will be there, and Patroni will be there. So all the things we have created. So our path is, our structure will be HA, then we'll create the Docker file, then Docker compose file, etcd. This is the folder. Node 1 data is folder, node 2 data is folder, Patroni is folder. Inside the Patroni, node 1 .yml and node 2 YML. This is a configuration file on the inside the Patroni folder. So next we will build the Patroni and PostgreSQL image. So we'll create the Docker image, Docker configuration file, docker.patroni, and we'll go through this configuration. So this is a configuration we have submitted, and now we are going to build the Patroni Postgres 16. So building started. Meanwhile, I'll go through the documentation. So here we'll just calling the installing the whatever the what are the requirements is there, just like a pipe and upgrade pipe, and this one is very important. You are getting error, then this library we want. So this is the path and make directory. We are creating the directory inside the where /lab /PostgreSQL /data, and ownership we are giving the Postgres. So here user Postgres, and we are running all the things. So build is started. After building, we'll create the configuration file for the node 1. Node 1, you can go through that. All our REST API, all everywhere I am using 0. Only the port is we are changing. So 2379 and admin and create DB. I am giving the Postgres to with the password admin @123. There is a super user create DB and replication password also here setting, and replica and Postgres database detail, user detail, and this detail. So share buffer 256, max connection 100, HBA file, host based authentication file. We are giving the all the details, and tag is the failover false and the clone from false. So these things we are giving. So let it complete. So it's creating the Docker file. This one post Patroni. So here you can run apt-get update and apt-get install -1 Python 3, Python 3 inb, Python, and other things. So here you can get, so all the libraries are going to be installed here. So this is the benefit of the configuration file. One command, all the things will be uh, installed from there. So requirements satisfied with the pipe and all the pipes. Individually without Docker, I have already created the video regarding the Patroni and high availability with PostgreSQL. You can go through that one also and compare both the things. Okay, Patroni, PG16. So done. Now I'm going to edit the node 1 configuration file, and this is my configuration. Similarly, I will configure the node 2 also, and similar configuration I have. So similar configuration I have done for the both node 1 and node 2. Now I'm going to create the Docker compose file. So here all the service will define. So Docker compose file will define all the services. You can go through this. So etcd service. So etcd service is there and container name etcd, and we are giving the path and all the details. So this is the listening address, advertisement address. So basic you should know about the etcd, so you'll get it. And port 2379, and using the same network. So Patroni net, we have created Patroni network. So this is same network we are using, node 1. So we are using the post Patroni PG 16 and Patroni node 1, and we depend upon the etcd, and there is a Postgres user. And the exposing port is the 5432 or inside port is the 5432. And for the Patroni rest, I am using the 8008. So network is there, and Patroni.net same network we are using. In Node 2 also similar is all the things, only the here Patroni REST port will be different. So and this one default port of the Postgres will be different. So 5432 and there are 5433. So same port you can't access both the way, both the this one both the databases. So we need two different ports. So we have two ports, and network is the same and bridge is there. Copy. So this is also done. So etcd path, this path is correct for the CentOS etc image. If you any issue, then Docker logs etcd will show it. So start the HA cluster. So before that, I am giving the permission to node 1 data and node 2 data. Now inside the Docker slash pg patroni hyphen HA, inside that we'll start the Docker, and I will check the log of etcd. So running etcd pooling started. So create and container etcd is started, and we are getting the log also. So log we don't have any error. So there is a 2379 port number is open there. So now so we have started, must be started without error. So we have done this one. Now start the Patroni nodes. So node 1 and node 2. I'm going to start both. So started. Now Docker PS. Let me check the services. So there is a Patroni node 1 is there, Patroni node 2 is there, and etcd is there. Let me check Docker no, logs and service name. So I am node 1 with the leader with log. So this is a node 1, and this is node 2 will be secondary. So both the nodes are working fine. Means that our this one Patroni is working fine with the HA mode. Let I'm going to be test this one. So we've done this. Now verify the cluster and replication. So if you want to check the node 1 and node 2 is running perfectly or not, you can call like that. So here you can see there is a state is running, and this is as a role is primary. If I'll go through the node, then you want to go node 2 9. So this will running as a replica. So you can able to see role is the replica, previous role is the primary. So primary and replica both the way role is working fine. Okay. So leader and replica. So now you can run this one. We have done this. Now install the client. So we need to install the client. We need to install the client. So client is installed. Now I'm going to access with the port 5432. Just remember that in which port I'm going to access this. This is very important. So 5432. So 5432 is the port of this one primary. Okay. Slash q. And here I can use the 5433 also. So both the servers are running. So 5432 is the primary port and 5433 is the secondary port. You can go to the configuration above. I have already discussed. Now I'm going to access the 5432, and then I'm going to create a DB. So create DB is done and demo DB is connected. Previously Postgres was there. Now this is configured with the demo DB. Next, we'll just create the table. Table is created. Now we are going to insert some data for the employee table. So this is also done. Now extract from the employee and quit. So we have a three rows up there. So everything working fine. Now I'm going to access through the replica server. So how you know the replica server? Because of port numbers. So port number 5434 uh, 33 is port number. So let me access this /c demo db, and then I'll run the select extract from employee. So we are getting the same data. Okay. So both the servers have the same data. Now what I will do, I will check this one in recovery or not. It should return the true. So again, I'm accessing the second server. So this is true, means this is in recovery, means if you want to insert any data, if you try to insert any data, it won't be accept, because this is only for the read only transaction. So only you can read the data. So here read only transaction, you can't access this. Okay, you can't insert the data from the second server. So streaming replication via Patroni is working fine. So we have done up to this. Now automatic failover test. So let me access this one. So role we know, we already checked. So now I'm going to stop the Patroni node 1. So we have stopped, and let me check the log of the node 2. So node 2, I'm a node 2 and the leader with the log. Means previously if you go through the previous node, so there will be node 1 who is the leader, here node 2 is leader. So this is changed to be leader with in few seconds. So this seems promoted itself as a leader. Now what I'll do, I'll just connect with the secondary server, replica server. So we have connected. Now let me check this. We can able to access everything and access the data also. Okay, in false. So recovery false means we can insert the data also. So let me insert and test. So done. Now let me check. So data is inserted successfully. Okay, we don't have any issue with that. Now if you want to bring it back on node 1, so here I'll just start. So node 1 is started. Now let me check. So this is replica. Okay, 8008 is replica now, and 809 is primary now. So again, the node 1 is join again, and this is become a replica, and this is become a primary. If you down the node 2 again, then it will come with the this one replica. So this is completed. In this video, we have learned uh, we can swipe that node 1 data and rejoin the node 2 fresh Patroni member. It will clone from the current leader automatically. But this is tutorial key. etcd Patroni coordinates cluster state, one leader, one replica, leader crash, automatic promotion we have done, and data privates and view writes possible. So new write possible. So quick recap is there. Build Patroni plus Postgres image from the Postgres 16. Run the etcd and DCS in Docker. Configure two Patroni via YAML, scope, etcd, startup and PostgreSQL. Start cluster with the Docker compose up -d and test leader and replica with the psql and pg engine recovery we have checked, and simultaneously failure by the stopping leader container Patroni promotes the replica automatically. So we have done this one. So now this is the very important part of the using the Patroni and configuration for the PostgreSQL in Docker on Ubuntu 24.04 S SQL. LTS. So disclaimer is there, all trademarks, logo and names belong to their respective owners. The video is made only for the educational information purpose under the fair use section 107 copyright act 1976. And follow and support YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp channel and Telegram channel is there. Follow the process exactly shown in the video. Share this YouTube video with your friends and colleagues. Drop your question in the YouTube comment box and subscribe for the free tutorial and learning content. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Chirag tutorial. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching.